A recent survey shows that economists believe that the economy has fallen into a recession. A survey conducted by the National Association of Business Economists found that 90% of the 102 members agreed that the recession is already here. Economists believe the recession will continue until the end of next year. 79% say the economy will grow less than 1%, while 38% say the economy will shrink next year.
Cal State Northridge welcomed more than 36,000 students this semester, an all-time high. Nationwide, the number of new enrollments is also at a record high, but as enrollment numbers increases, so does tuition. Valley View's Diana Prieto reports on how students are coping with rising tuition in the middle of an economic crisis.
College education gets pricier every year. Across the country, colleges and universities have increased tuition at a faster rate than any other major product. The worldwide economic crisis is causing major concerns among college students. Some may no longer be able to afford their education.
Just the way tuition keeps rising. I mean, my parents help pay for my tuition. I have to help pitch in. It's just the way that my job pays me. I think I might have to cut in more hours with it and not go as much of a balanced schedule at school.
Currently, the nation has one of its highest unemployment rates in recent years. Some college students say losing their job might mean losing their education.
Because there's less money going around for schools, tuition, me not having enough money, then, I don't know, I might not be able to pay tuition next semester.
Economists are saying the job market could soon become even more competitive.
Recession is always going to reduce job options. It's going to be a little bit harder for students who are graduating this year to find jobs, because firms are kind of reluctant to hire when they are uncertain about the future.
In the meantime, consumer students are trying to tighten their spendings as much as possible. The economic crisis is only calling for further education funding cuts from the government and more potential fee increases.
As a national economic crisis develops, financial experts are asking consumers to be careful what they spend their money, to be frugal, and to save. In Northridge, this is Diana Prieto for Valley View News.
Circuit City has announced it will close more than 150 stores across the country by the end of the year. The electronics retailer also says it is cutting 17% of its workforce. Circuit City posted a 13% loss in profits this year.
The CSUN job fair was held last week. Valley View's Maggie Rold reports.
CSUN students attended the 2008 Fall Job Fair last week, with their resumes in one hand and a handshake in the other.
I think the turnout is great. It's over 100 employers, pretty well-rounded, from law enforcement to Cartoon Network to LA Times. A lot of employers here.
More than 100 hiring employers attended the job fair, leaving only a couple of booths empty.
Well, it's at least as big of a turnout as I've seen in the past. Naturally, with the economy, one of the things that happens is unemployment rate goes up, which means people are looking for more work. And even sometimes people that have jobs are looking for a secondary job or a part-time job.
Many students went with high hopes of landing a job or internship.
I talked to Cartoon Network, NBC, KTLA about their internship programs for the spring and the summer.
Some of the participating employers included E! Entertainment, DreamWorks, and Subway. They offered plenty of information on their companies, and some even provided treats. CSUN Career Center also had a booth, providing information and help to students before and after meeting with employers.
With the economic downturn, this year's job fair seemed to be a success for both the students and the participants. In Northridge, I'm Maggie Rold for Valley View News.
The economic crisis is taking its toll on more than just the average American. Investors and CEOs, including Warren Buffett, Larry Ellison, Steve Ballmer, and Jeff Bezos, have seen the value of their equity in their companies plunge. Buffett has lost more than $13 billion in Berkshire Hathaway, Ellison more than $6 billion in Oracle, Ballmer more than $5 billion in Microsoft, and Bezos more than $3 billion in Amazon.
Gas prices have registered their sharpest decline in more than 2 decades. Right now, the average price of regular gas nationwide is $2.41 a gallon. The price has fallen almost 50% since the summer. The price of crude oil dropped more than 30% last month.
And now here's Desiree Reyes with the latest on CSUN sports and the NFL. Desiree?
Thanks, Rosanna. The 2-5 Oakland Raiders took on the 3-4 Atlanta Falcons last weekend. First quarter, tied at 0. Falcons rookie quarterback Matt Ryan connects to receiver Michael Jenkins for a 37-yard touchdown. Falcons lead 7-0. Still in the first quarter, Ryan pitches the ball to the running back Jarius Norwood, and he hurdles his way into the end zone for a 12-yard score. Falcons lead 14-0. Second quarter, Falcons still up 14. Ryan finds Michael Jenkins wide open for this 27-yard touchdown. His second TD reception of the game, the Falcons shut out the Raiders 24-0. It's the first time the Falcons have won a game in Oakland in franchise history. And other notable Week 9 NFL games. The New York Giants stayed in first place in the NFC East, beating Dallas 35-14. The Giants are 7-1. The Tennessee Titans beat Green Bay 19-16. The Titans are the only undefeated team left in the NFL. The Indianapolis Colts beat the New England Patriots 18-15, creating a three-way tie for first place in the AFC East. There is a new #1 team in college football. After the Texas Longhorns lost to Texas Tech, Idle Alabama took over the top spot in Bowl Championship Series rankings. Texas Tech jumped from number 7 up to number 2. Penn State, Texas, and Florida round out the top 5. Even after the USC Trojans crushed Washington 56-0, they still dropped 2 spots from 5 to 7. No other Pac-10 teams are in the BCS top 25. The Calgary Flames came into Anaheim last week to play the Ducks. First period score tied at 0. Duck center Ryan Getzlaf shoots off the puck towards the net and finally gets the goal off the second rebound. Second period, Ducks up 1. Defenseman Chris Pronger shoots and scores to put the Ducks up by 2. Third period, Ducks up 3-2. Calgary threatens to tie the game, but Ducks goalie Jean-Sebastien Giguère is there for the nice glove save. The Ducks win the game 3-2. The Ducks snap Calgary's 6-game winning streak. The Los Angeles Lakers were 3-0 as of last weekend after defeating the Denver Nuggets in Colorado. Kobe Bryant scored 14 of his 33 points in the fourth quarter to give the Lakers the edge. Carmelo Anthony was held to the only 13 points. A day earlier, the Lakers signed center Andrew Bynum to a 4-year contract worth $57 million. The Lakers are ranked first in the power rankings and are only one of 7 teams who remain undefeated. The Lakers play 9 of their next games, 12 games at home. The CSUN men's soccer team scored a comeback from behind victory last weekend over the UC Riverside Highlanders. The Matadors were on the road and down 1-0 early in the second half, but CSUN scored 3 goals in the second half. The Matadors are 4th in the Big West rankings with 1 game remaining. The Cal State Northridge women's soccer team won its season finale last weekend. Senior Crystal Phillips, sophomore Michelle Moore, and freshman Nancy Avison and scored for the Matadors. Phillips was honored along with 3 other seniors who played the last game of their CSUN careers. Avison was the team leader of the season with 14 points and also earned the Student Athlete of the Week. After 2 impressive finishes in the women's breaststroke, Simone Luker was honored as CSUN's Athlete of the Week last week. She placed 6 out of 44 competitors in the 50-meter breaststroke at the Malibu Invitational. She also placed first in the 200-meter breaststroke against the reigning Big West champions, Santa Barbara Gauchos. The Matadors continued their season this weekend in Irvine. Congratulations, Simone. That's all for sports. Now back to you, Rosanna and Chrissy.
Coming up, a report on the Hang Up and Drive initiative.
And a report on last weekend's Halloween festivities.